Hi everyone, it's Natalie here, and today we're going to be talking about how to write a business plan for your online nutrition business. This is something that usually stumps people. They want to get started, but they aren't sure the building blocks of how they should put together their business so that they're able to get clients straight away and they can really actually open up their business rather than just staying in the planning phase. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. Be sure to stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to be showing you step by step how you can actually do this for yourself so you can get rolling. Before we get into this video today, I am excited to announce that the free one-to-one consult with me is currently open. So if that's something that you're interested in and you're interested in the Grow Your Impact program and how that could help you with your own business, stick around to the end of the video for the full announcement on that. So let's get started today and talk about my main theory on how you should write a business plan. So first of all, I don't believe in writing 20-page business plans. I don't see that they're helpful at all, especially when you're trying to get up and going. So many of us stay stuck in this planning phase, and we plan and we plan and then we plan. And it's kind of safe if you think about it, because planning means we don't really have to do, which means we don't have to put ourselves out there, which means that we feel like we're getting stuff done, but we're really getting nothing done if we're honest with ourselves. So why do I say this? I say this coming from someone who has built two very successful businesses. My first one made multiple six figures a year. My second one currently makes multiple six figures a year. And I've helped other people build their business to six figures a year. So I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to this. And so I don't want you to get stuck in that planning phase. So I'm going to show you how to write your business plan, but then how to really move forward. So step one is to figure out your focus. So many of us, when we start a business, we have all these different business ideas, right? We think to ourselves, oh, maybe I'll be a nutrition writer. Oh, maybe I'll help nutrition clients. Oh, maybe I'll do food photography. Oh, maybe I should start a YouTube channel, or maybe I should do all these different things. And what happens is two things. We scatter our energy so that we have no focus whatsoever, and we never get really even one thing done because we're always splitting our energy between this thing and that thing and this thing instead of fully honing in, focusing on what we want to do and choosing that and committing to that. The other thing is if you have a problem in the beginning, you're like, what should I do? What should I do? Right? Don't get stuck on that. This is the easiest part. And if necessary, you can always change. This is not a marriage arrangement or something where it's like, and until death do you part, right? Although you're going to build more momentum and see more momentum as long as you really stick to what you're doing. So first off, what you want to do is choose your focus, and that is in several things. First off, choose your focus. Are you going to help businesses with writing nutrition blogs? That's one type of online nutrition business. Or are you going to coach clients on how to help themselves with their nutrition and their wellness and that sort of thing? Now, to keep in mind, if you are going to go the coaching clients route, it still means that you're probably going to use skills like nutrition writing, but you're going to use them to actually get clients for yourself. You're still going to do things like content creation. You're still going to have that creativity aspect to building your business, but it means that you won't be day in, day out writing the entire time. I find if you think to yourself, I like to have a lot more variation, I like to do several things, building that type of business is probably going to be best for you, right? Nutrition writing is also a great choice. It's something that technically, I don't teach my clients how to do just for building a business with nutrition writing solely, but it's definitely a path. And if you are going to choose that, then you should definitely commit to that. Go into that, start using different platforms to connect with companies and brands so that you can find out if you can write for them. Now, next part of choosing your focus for one thing is to choose who you're going to go after and who you're going to serve. This is especially true if you're going to go into coaching clients in that sphere of things, because we can't, even if you want to, here's the thing, even if you want to make a massive difference in the world and you want to help everyone, it's not actually possible to help everyone, especially when we're just getting started. The best thing you can do for yourself is to pick a niche. Why? It simplifies things hugely. It's a no-brainer once you really figure out why I say to do this. So first off, one, your marketing. How can you market effectively to everyone? If we're talking to people who deal with, let's say, hormonal issues, and then other people that deal with, let's say, diabetes over here, these are kind of different. Or if we want to, market to people who are in their early 20s and want to get more fit, and then you want to market to people who are maybe in their 50s. These people are dealing with completely separate, different kinds of mindsets, issues. So whenever we do anything marketing-wise, we want to make sure that we're speaking to our audience. Now, if you need more help with picking your niche, go in the description below. I have a whole video that outlines my step-by-step process for picking your niche. Next step here is that after we've moved past the focusing on who we are going to help and how, we're going to help them, whether that's nutrition writing over there or that's coaching clients. The next thing we really, really need to do is to actually figure out what exactly are you going to offer and how are you going to do that. So there's several different options here. One, you can do the model that I definitely don't recommend, which is one-off sessions. If you want to hear why I don't recommend doing one-off sessions, go in the description below. I have a whole video about what to charge and why I say that this is kind of a bad model, especially if we're trying to get our business up and going. Next kind of thing that you could offer could be packages. You could have an online course. You could have an online program. You could have a group coaching program. There's several different things that you could do, but you need to decide what you are going to do. If we try to offer everything, what sometimes happens is you'll have people just pick the lowest common denominator, meaning if you offer one-off sessions, but then you also offer packages, most people will just pick the one session because they think that's going to solve all their problems, and then they don't come back to you, which is a huge, huge problem. And if we're trying to build our business so that we have consistent income, then what do we need to do? We need to sell something that actually is longer, and the client knows up front, oh, I can't just come once and it's going to magically solve all my problems, because that's not realistic also. Next thing to do when you start is to determine how much you're going to charge. You've picked what you're going to offer. Now we need to set a price. Sometimes people don't even set a price, and then they have a client come to them, like a potential client. The person comes and they're like, oh, I'm interested in what you offer. And they're like, how much is it? And so then the person is like, oh, shoot, how much am I going to charge? Let me just pick a number. And maybe they said something even less than what they meant to, or maybe they undervalue themselves or something like that. So it's so important for you to choose and actually determine what you're going to charge, write it down on a piece of paper, and commit to that price. Without this step, that's when you get a little fuzzy. You start going back and forth on what you should offer, and instead you should be fully committed on your price. And know that if people are telling you, let's say some people, once you start to get clients, start telling you that it's too expensive, it's probably not that. It's probably that you're either A, marketing to the wrong group of people, or B, you don't know how to sell effectively. Next thing with writing out your business plan, create another header and then put, what is my marketing message? And so what I mean by this is, how are we going to speak to people? How are we going to talk to people and tell them this is the type of result that you can expect from working with me? And if you're saying to yourself, well, I can't guarantee results, that's completely understandable. But the thing is if someone asks you, what will I get out of working with you? And you say either A, sessions, or B, I can't guarantee anything, people will think that you don't know what you're talking about, which is a problem. And we really need to map out where people are currently and where they want to be so that we know, hey, whatever we're offering should be designed to help them get there. And then I can tell them that this is designed, what I offer is designed to help you get to your ideal client's place that they want to be. And when we do things like that, what happens is it's much more attractive. You also are clear whenever you do any form of marketing, whether that's posting on social media, whether that's any kind of writing on your website, whether that's, let's say you do advertising, anything, you're clear because you know what you help people do and it's not jumbled in your head. And then even when you get to the part of actually people contacting you, you're going to know how to speak to them intelligently in their own terms about what you offer and what you do. Another question I get asked often, especially when people are first starting, is what do I do if I haven't had much experience? I've got my educational background, yes, but I haven't worked with people. So if you're really confident about your ability to help people and actually work with them and coach them on their nutrition, you can do kind of like a beta launch, right? Which is telling people that this is going to be more of a launch, and this is going to be my first time doing this, and you can offer a discounted rate. I don't recommend this approach, right? And in fact, I discourage my own clients from doing it because I think it devalues the service and all of the amazing, quality education that you took time to put in and actually learn about. But if you're feeling super scared about doing it, then do that with 3 people. Help people get results and then move past that point and start charging the price that you determined earlier. If you're going to do a beta launch, determine how you can do that with maybe your close circle of family and friends, because that way you can go ahead, get some people. You don't have to do any kind of really big marketing to get those people, and you can already start working with them, getting results while you're working on other things in your business. Next thing you want to do on your business plan is write out your sales process. What do I mean by sales process? I mean the process in which you make sales. I don't mean just the act of selling. So don't get this wrong. Don't think, oh, I'm just going to tell people what I offer and then that's my sales process and I'm done. No, your sales process starts before the act of selling, right? I like to think of it regardless of techniques, tactics, however you're going to put it together, whether it's like social media, whether it's Facebook groups, Instagram, whether it's live webinars, whatever you're going to do, right? You should be clear on moving people through 3 separate phases. The first phase is, how do people find you? How do people know you exist? How do you get yourself out there? So you want to write that as number 1, and you want to start putting things under that bullet point so that you know, okay, these are the ways that I'm going to do that. Second thing you want to do is write out how you are going to inspire people to take action and want to work with you. Know that just by putting up a website or just by getting business cards or just getting a business Instagram, business Facebook account, anything like that is not going to have all the people in the world start reaching out to you and being like, oh, I want to work with you. It starts with you. So how are you going to nurture people? How are you going to provide value to people? How are you going to position your authority? And start thinking about that and writing out ways you could start doing that under that second part. And then the third part is the act of selling. A lot of people overlook this because they just get clients through referrals. And whenever you have clients through referrals, those people kind of already know you through someone else. When we're getting clients through other means, such as social media, right, you do need to have a little bit of an outline of how you're actually going to talk to the person on the phone and sell them. All right, because here's the thing is referral systems are great, but we don't want to solely rely upon them, because if we solely rely upon them, actually getting a consistent stream of clients so that we can make our business our full-time job will be very, very difficult. After you determine those things, the next thing you want to do is plot out how you're going to grow your business over the next year. And you might be thinking to yourself, wow, what the heck? How do I do that? But you want to be thinking about, hey, this is where I am currently, and this is where I'd like to be at the end of the year. This is how much I'd like to be making. And if I did some math, oh, that means I need to get this many clients, and that means I need to do this and this and this. And so by doing that, you know, okay, I need to put together this in this month, and I need to do this month, and kind of have a general outline of how you would do that in a year. Next thing you want to do is before each month, plan out your month ahead of time. Don't wait until the day of and be like, okay, what am I going to do now? When we do things like this is where it feels like you're throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping something sticks. No, we want to be really, really clear on what we're doing on a daily basis so that whenever we wake up, we know, okay, this is what I planned for the day, and this is going to be moving me towards where I want to be. And that's essentially what you should do for your business plan. No more and no less than this. This does not mean, okay, what am I going to name my business? That does not really matter, people. It sounds like it matters a lot, and sometimes we spend so much time on those things that we don't get to these core things. So after you've put this together, then we need a plan. Then we just need to start enacting it. I hope this video is valuable for you. If you like this video, be sure to like the video. Comment below what you want me to talk about next. Share the video with a friend, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell because I put out videos just like this one every single Friday that you can take advantage of, right? So if you are interested in the free one-to-one consult with me, this is for people that are, maybe 1 or 2 stages of their business journey. Maybe you've just started. That's completely fine, okay? Grow Your Impact teaches you from the very beginning stages all the way to scaling your business and beyond. Let's say you've already started your business, but it just is so stressful because you structured it in a way where it kind of just took over your life, and the thing that you loved now is turned into this absolute mess, right? This is a great fit for you as well. If either of those things sound like you, then what I'd encourage you to do is go below, schedule a call with me. We can speak to see if Grow Your Impact would be a good fit for you, and then go ahead, get you started, get you up and running, and get you to getting some clients and really building up your business as soon as possible. All right, everyone, I'll see you next week.